Okay guys, this video is going to be different because I've been going to several different classes recently about stress, anxiety, and living with a terminal health illness, and some of the suggestions and problem solving that they talk about. So we're going to start it off with the most important thing in this situation is loving you and you alone and everybody else around you. So being very accepting of the conditions that you have and realizing that there are plenty of things that you can do to make your situation brighter. So I think the most important thing is to love you and everything else around you and accept what you can and can't do in life. So I think the first thing that we're going to talk about is problem solving. Now, problem solving basically is identifying what is wrong, and then finding solutions to coexist with those and to promote active living and to promote activity in general. So let's talk about activity. Activity obviously means being out in the community, going for a walk, going swimming, doing some activities maybe around the house if you can't get out of the house, maybe like starting to do like puzzles or maybe writing in a journal or maybe even doing videos. Like I like to do videos and things to help people as well. So, um, so the first important thing in this situation is acknowledging that you have problems and then working through them to make your life healthier in general. So the first thing is, most importantly, you need to find something that you want to change about your life. Let's say now with terminal illness, for example, like you are in situations where you have to, you know, keep yourself motivated to get up every day. Such as me, like I have diabetes and learning disabilities, and I'm legally blind, and I can go on, and I have lots of things. But you know, I focused on more of what can I do to solve some of these problems. Well, I think with healthy living, um, it's not just about how you have to eat and how you have to cut things out, or cut things that are stressful out of your life as well, because some people have to do that as well. Now, I'm going to promote in this video that you don't need to take medications to feel better. There are plenty of other things you can do. There's books that you can read. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. There's plenty of motivational speakers and health advocates. There are plenty of things that you can do for you in your future. Let's talk about three major things here. One most important thing, meditate. Meditation, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes a day, just put some relaxing music on. Do that deep breathing. So take 5 or 10 minutes, clear your head for the whole day. Do it at least 10 or 15 minutes a day. I promise you, you will feel so much better about your day. And you will be treating everybody else around you the way that you want to be treated as well. Um, so yoga is another way of doing it. I know that there's so many different yoga instructors. I would just look them up on YouTube. I think there's probably thousands at this point. But I think that that's an option too for you besides medications. I think groups are definitely helpful. They help me especially because I've been going to several of them. And it's nice to talk to other people who kind of understand where you're coming through when there's things that need to be done that cause you physical pain and you have to keep setting down, and things like that. So I think yoga and other methods, musical therapy, for example, using crystals, uh, water therapy as well, like swimming, um, you know, water aerobics, for example, can be another option. Um, don't always go to that doctor and say pain medication, because once you start getting that pain medication, you're going to want to keep taking it, and that can develop other problems later on, actually, not only for your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your stomach, even your brain, honestly. Think about it. So, all I want to say is be very open minded, and I'm going to give you 5 examples. Um, so let's say you've had a stressful day, you've done a lot of different physical activities, and you come home and you're totally exhausted and you just want to go to bed. The first thing I want to talk about is don't go to bed early, because when you go to bed early, you're going to eventually wake up in the middle of the night and you're not going to be able to go back to sleep. So, what I recommend is putting on some relaxing music, and just kind of zoning off to your special place. That way you can kind of clear your mind of all the stress and anxiety. The other thing that might work too is have a set time when you're going to, stay away from your phone and stop being on the apps. That seems to be another thing that can cause a lot of stress to you. The other thing is don't have a TV in your bedroom, because you want the whole experience of a bedroom to be that dark environment, where you can zone out and have a decent night of sleep. Now, some people take pills to go to sleep, and that's fine for them. But me personally, I don't need any of that. I don't want any of that. I've dealt with having horrible relax issues with effects from medications and being sick on them. So my choice is I relax at nighttime. I watch a movie before I go to bed. I talk to a friend on the phone. Um, I do other things. Sometimes I cook, for example. I do things to kind of keep myself occupied so that I don't think about stress. The other thing is that sometimes in life you have to cut people out that are causing you stress, because they keep trying to antagonize, your bad thoughts. I've had numerous people in my past that I've had to cut out because they were just horrible, negative people who needed to just be cut loose from my friends. Um, I think the most important thing, honestly, is acknowledging that you want to change your life, starting to go to some of these classes, and staying positive about your life, and knowing that even it doesn't matter how bad life gets, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And I just want to say, from somebody who has been through a lot in his life and who has had to change numerous things in his life, honestly, that I am feeling much better now that I don't take, anxiety medications. That I am going to some of these groups and talking to people and figuring out other solutions to these problems. So I just want to give out, a shout out to all the people out there who believe, the way that I believe as well, that we don't need to dope ourselves up with medications, that there are plenty of other activities that we can resolve and complete in our own lives. And most importantly, love yourself, and everybody else will love you around you. Be accepting of others too, because you might learn something from somebody, in some of these groups that you go to. Um, Now, I've only been in these seeds groups for a short period of time, but I'm learning a lot, honestly. I'm learning a lot of how to deal with my personal problems. And I think the most important thing also is to never go to bed angry. Because when you do that, you're going to keep dwelling on that throughout the night, and it's going to keep building up, and eventually that's going to cause problems like nervous breakdowns and anxiety attacks. And I think that that's not healthy for you or anybody else around you. I think the most important thing is loving yourself and realizing that yoga, meditation, music therapy, water aerobics, just walking around a block. Um, those are just some examples. I mean, there's food therapy too, where you can learn, how to cook different things, and I'm a full believer in that too. So, I just want to give out, my input on this issue, to let you know that I don't take medications anymore. Those made me sick, and I think that it's a better option for people to use some of these other other regions of space to branch off to communicate with with these people and try to find solutions to problems yourself. Uh, I think that we have way too many people who rely on medications to coexist every day, and I just don't believe that. I think that people have had hundreds of years of experience on how to deal with problems without medication, and I think that we need to face that, and we need to go back to original thinking on how to treat people, and not just giving them medicine and doping them up. So that's just how I feel about the situation. You can agree or disagree. I'm on here to try to help you to build a popular, uh, you know, boost. Boost yourself and your thoughts basically into a different dimension of trying to help yourself. So